Hey managers of the Super Conference, this is your Commissioner Tyler Burkhart here with the Week 8 recap. Things are starting to really shape up as we get closer to the playoffs, as some managers, like myself, can say goodbye to their playoff hopes, while other managers are one game closer to clinching their playoff tickets for 2012. So let's get to the awards, see who are the winners and losers. This week's winner, Best Manager of the Week, goes to San Fran Frenzy, Josh Miller. He kept his season alive with a crucial divisional win, getting himself back to 4-4. Now, he did that by clutch plays through Titus Young and Cecil Shorts. I think between the two of them, they scored about 33, 34 fantasy points. So that was good managing there. Also, now he's got the leg up on his divisional opponents because he's 3-1 in the division. So because of that now, once again, if it comes down to a tiebreaker, he's got the advantage now. So all of a sudden, this puts him back into the playoff hunt. He's got to be excited about his odds as we move forward. So way to go, Josh. Way to get back to 500. The worst manager of the week is simply myself. Because pretty much my hopes are dead as far as making the playoffs. I'm 2 games back of the Yankees. The Yankees have Kiln Legend and Minnesota Bryants left, who have both bailed on the season. So therefore, because of that, that's pretty much 2 wins for the Yankees. He gets to 7-6. I would have to win out, and it's not going to happen, especially playing still the 2 best teams in the league, Green Bay and Seattle. So because of that, the season is pretty much over for myself. My year was haunted with the McGahee and Morris trade for Matthews. That really hasn't panned out. So, sometimes you win some and other times you lose some. That's just the luck of the draw. Big week for me this week as I try to make some trades to improve my 2013 stock. The game of the week, as predicted, San Diego taking on Fargo and Bargo. A fun rivalry as these are 2 good friends battling. And San Diego had an awesome comeback despite Fargo and Bargo having 2 players, not just 1 but 2, putting up over 30 points. So now both teams are 5-3. Battling for some playoff spots. That's going to be real fun as we continue to watch that down the wire. So pretty entertaining game to watch. The upset special, quite clear. Yankees upsetting the Washington Stimulus. Nobody predicted the Yankees to win. So Yankees starting to become a dark horse this year. I kind of look back at some of my recap shows. The Yankees is just one of the teams I don't talk about a lot, just because, they're not great, but they're not poor. So I don't really highlight them that much. But Chris Johnson, Randall Cobb, and Julius Jones are really starting to look better as fantasy plays. And I think he's 1 player away, if he can get it before the trade deadline, where he could really make a run in the playoffs too. So just a team to really keep in mind as his playoff stock is really improving. The most valuable player, I'm actually going to go with Demaryius Thomas on Portland Car Ramrod. It was a crucial win for him, and he scored about 20 points. And despite MJD hurt and Eli Manning only putting up like 6 points, that was a huge game for Thomas to make sure he beat San Antonio and to stay in the hunt for the NFC West. So I thought that was a big win. That's why I have Thomas as the MVP for the week. Fantasy dud, no doubt about it. Jamal Charles for Fargo and Bargo. He only had 5 touches in the game, only put up 1 point. So that was the clear favorite for Fantasy dud. All right, so let's get to the rankings. You're going to see real quickly that the rankings did not change much. Green Bay, Seattle, San Diego, San Antonio all stay 1 through 4. Portland moved up to 1 to number 5 with their win. It's Indianapolis. As I said, I think they're going to continue to drop just because they don't have the depth. They're at the 6th spot. Fargo, despite the loss, good performance, stays at number 7. But now we're going to see some teams that are moving up. Oakland moves up to 8. Yankees move up to 10. Frenzy up to 11. So that's kind of the trend that we are seeing there. I'm keeping Quakes at 9 just because he's put up a ton of points on the year. I still think he's got good depth. And, you know, a long shot, but he still could make a, you know, a chase to get into the playoffs. So I'm going to keep him at the 9th spot for now. But, you know, really the last 4 teams I think are going to really have a hard shot to get into the playoffs. All right, so that pretty much sums that up. Let's get to the Week 9 awards here and predictions. Game of the week, I'm really looking forward to San Antonio Toros taking on the Indianapolis Eyeball. You know, both teams are competing to win their division. It's a fun rivalry. I look forward to it every year. And really looking at the matchup, I think it's going to be really close. I think it could be within 10 points. And when it comes to Sunday night, we really could be watching some close scores in that game. Meanwhile, the upset special of the week, really not a hard prediction, but it's the only one I really feel strongly about, and that's Blackout taking and beating the Velos. Brady, Steven Jackson, and Sean Green are all on bye for Oakland Velos. So really not a good week for him, and he really needs a win with a 4-4 record too. Meanwhile, at Blackout, he just traded for DeMarco Murray. If Murray is able to play, well, that means I think Blackout is going to blow out the Velos. So just something to keep in mind. Finally, for the prediction winner pick'em challenge for Week 8, Seattle Sasquatches and Oakland Velos were the 2 teams that got 6 right. So they'll each get $5 FAB dollars. So that pretty much concludes this show. Pretty simple. Now, too much happened other than stimulus is pretty much done for their season. I'm your commissioner, Tyler Burkhart. Enjoy Rivalry Week, and of course, game on.